In today's video, I'm gonna show you how you can pop up your item using this effect inside After Effects. So first of all, you're gonna shoot the video and just pick any item and just show it to the camera. And once you complete the action, bring the item closer to the camera and be sure to make the light consistent. So that's something to keep in mind. By the way, you can grab the project file and the asset, the video file that I use from my Patreon page. And in case if you want to support what I do, you can become a paid member. I would really appreciate that. Okay, so here I'm gonna drag and drop this footage inside the new composition, and let's crop to the timeline and find a frame where I complete the action, which is this. And I'm gonna trim this, I'm gonna split this footage into two. So Control Shift and D to do that, and I'm gonna scrub further away. And like I said before, this is the second shot where I bring the camera closer to the camera. I'm gonna find a frame where the sharpest frame, which is maybe around here. This is sharp enough, I think. I'm gonna trim this, hold down Alt and the left square bracket. I'm gonna zoom it in here. By the way, if you hold down Alt and scroll up your mouse button, your mouse wheel, it will zoom out in the timeline, okay? And you can just right click time, enable time remapping. So I'm gonna go one frame, hit page down once, and I'm gonna trim this, hold down Alt and the right square bracket. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna roto out this. You can also mask this camera out using Photoshop, but I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna use the roto brush tool, or maybe the new tool, which is the object matte tool. So I'm gonna go to the first frame of this clip. Make sure you are at the full resolution. Double click on this, and I'm just gonna click this. It automatically selects the subject, but you have some more selection to do here. So hold down this object matte tool and you can see a bunch of other options. You'll be using quick selection tool. I'm gonna paint on these areas where I want to mask out, maybe the thumb, my thumb, and I think I'm gonna grab some more of my arms here. So it's the same as the roto brush tool that we have previously, and hold down Alt to paint out the unwanted areas. All right, so that's pretty much it for the selection, and I can just go in the object matte here, and I can increase the feather to 10 and shift edge to a -25 or something, and I'm gonna hit space bar. And you can see that it's already been rolled out. You can just hit the freeze button and bam, you can just close this out and you have this. And what I'm gonna also do is I'm gonna pre-compose this, Control Shift and C. I'm just gonna click the move all attributes into the new composition, and I'm gonna rename this camera. I'm gonna hit OK. So this is the camera, but we just have one frame, right? We're gonna extend this. So right click, time, and freeze frame. Okay, so it extends it like that. Okay, so let's just go back to the main footage, which is this one. Now we're gonna scrub to the timeline, and we're gonna find a frame where I start pulling out the camera towards the camera. Pulling out the camera towards the camera. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's right. And maybe somewhere around here. I'm gonna move this camera layer here on top. Oops, I accidentally pressed the caps lock button. And I'm gonna click on this pen behind tool. I'm gonna move this below somewhere here, and I'm gonna hit P for position, Shift S for scale, Shift and R for rotation. I'm gonna set a keyframe for all this, and I'm gonna do the scale down, and I'm gonna move it. Oops, that's a little too much. I'm gonna move this up, and I'm gonna try to match this size rotation as well. So you can see that the lighting is not consistent here, so we're gonna fix that in a moment. But if possible, if you shoot the footage in broad daylight, or where you have the lights consistent, that would fix this problem. Okay, so all right, so I'm gonna try to align this here, and I'm gonna go move forward a few frames. You can see my arm has been stretched here, and I can scale this to 100, and I'm gonna move it down to somewhere here. And I can select all of this, hit F9 for easy ease, and I can just move few frames, and I'm just going to follow my hand here. Okay, so I think that's nice. And right from here, let's just turn off the camera layer so we can see it. And right from here, it's going backwards right here. So I'm going to set a keyframe for the position, scale, and rotation, turn back the camera on, and go back down here. So I'm going to scale it down to around 40, and I'm going to move it down somewhere here, maybe even more. And I'm just going to follow this. Okay, so I'm just going to follow this page down for going frame by frame. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. So here you can readjust it, and you can also turn on the motion blur. You can see that it makes it much more realistic like that. And you can also adjust the scale and rotation frame by frame if you want, but I think I'm gonna stick this like this. Okay, or maybe I can just move this around a little bit when it pops out. So we have kind of motion, hand motion, and it goes back down. I'm gonna add a lumetri color here, lumetri color, and I'm gonna try to match the color with the previous one. So you have some warm tones here, but at the hand and the camera close up, you have a little bit of cool lighting here. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna collapse this basic correction, and I'm gonna increase the temperature. You can see that if I increase that to around 20, it kind of match the color tone, maybe even more. I think that is quite enough with this, and you can just trim this here. That's how you do it. I hope you will learn something from this tutorial. This is Motion Designer, and I will see you in my next video. Take care.